Hi you guys. So today is the day we're going to harvest some seeds from my carrot farm. I got these pots. I have various plants planted in different pots. This one's the carrots. They're ready to harvest the seed. Let's go look at a carrot that's not ready. So I have a bunch of carrots in this above ground bed. Some of these are obviously more than a year old because they are flowering. It takes 2 years for a carrot to flower and create seed, and that is called a biannual plant. It takes 2 years to make seed. All right, so what do we have going on here? So you know carrots will flower and they're gorgeous, and after they're done flowering like that, they start to close. Let's see. Here's one that's starting to close. So you can see that has closed. And these have all closed up. This is a great example because can you see all the seeds? Why isn't this focusing? Let's see. There we go. They look like little bugs with hair on them, don't they? Those are the seeds. Actually, these are ready to be harvested. They could be a little drier, but I think we'll clip this bad boy off and take a look at it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clip this head off, and these really aren't ready. I like them brown, but this is a good way to clip it and to show you what the seeds look like, because once they're truly ready, the seeds are actually a little less obvious. It's a little harder to see what they look like. So let's take this and kind of pull it apart and take a look at it. All right, so I clipped a few of these. I clipped that newer one so we could look at some of the seeds in here, and then I clipped 2 older heads, but these are really ready to be stored. So I'm going to put those aside and let's take a look. So on this newer one, you can see how it used to be a flower. Well, you saw before, they're big and they're flat and they're white. But when it starts to close up from the outside inward, it makes these little, I don't know, like florets, right? And you can see on here each one of these guys that looks like little bugs. These are all seeds. So that's 1 seed, 2 seed, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 seeds. So what does it say? 7 right there. So 25 seeds maybe. And then on here, you know, how many times? Hundreds. There's hundreds of seeds in one little head. So it's well worth the time to save these seeds because, I mean, you could give them away to your friends and family and still have extras. You want them dry when you put them away because you don't want them to rot, right? If you get wet stuff and put it into a bag, it will rot. But you can see here, can you, how it gets a little harder to differentiate from the chaff. Oop, shit. Just like that. They're all gone. It just gets harder when they're brown because they blend in with the background and everything. But you can see on here, these are all those same seeds. Of course, they've dried more, so they're smaller, but they still kind of look like a bug, and they still have that kind of furriness about them. So when they get to this point is when you can take them off the head, and this is how, you know, simple it is. I just kind of squeeze the heads into a container of some kind. Get all that little extra there. And I don't mind the extra little bits that goes in here. It actually kind of helps me spread the seeds when I'm planting or sowing the seeds. Sowing the seeds of love. When I'm sowing the seeds in the ground. So that's what I do. Last year, I had some of these that mildewed. And so as I do, and as I shouldn't do, well, I don't know if I should or shouldn't do anything, right? Is anything really that bad? In gardening, at least. So I tossed them over my fence. Let's go take a look. So here's the little forest beside my house. It's really more like a big copse of trees. It's not huge. But last year I had a bunch of seeds and I hucked them over here. Can you see? These are carrots. Carrots and carrot seeds. So now I have all these extras. These will fall, right, throughout here and into the light, and anywhere there's that light, these carrots will follow. So I'm going to have carrots indefinitely. Now I've got my own little carrot seed farm. Not only do I have it in that container over there, but now I have it in the wild. Sooner or later, I'm sure some animals will come and eat them up. This is where the deer live and the coyotes cut through here. But it is very, extremely cool. I absolutely think stuff like this is neat. It's so neat. Anyway, let's spread some more. That's how you save carrots, carrot seed. And yeah, just let them dry. Put them away in a paper package if you can. Label them, and there you go. And of course, as always, make sure they're heirloom, heritage, or open pollinated. If it's a hybrid, not worth your time. All right, let me know if you have any questions. And be kind to each other.